Women want the best men all the time, and sometimes they just want to be single moms. Yeah, you heard that right. Here's the proof.
Do you guys want to be somebody's wife? What do you want to be? I don't really know if I necessarily want to get married. You want to have kids? I do want to have kids, but I'm not sure if I want to get married.
So women love to say, nobody chooses to be a single mother, Aaron. What is this?
You want to have kids, but you don't know if you want to get married. So that means that you're planning to already bring this child into and have a deficit in their life, right? If I find the right person, we could get married. But do you have to find the right person to have the baby? I do think I have to find the right person to have a kid, but I also feel like I'm in a position where I'm doing things for my own, so I would completely be okay with having to take on their responsibility.
So this is exactly what's going on in our communities. Women are purposely having babies out of wedlock because in her mind, she thinks she's adequate enough and suitable enough to raise a child all by herself. Why does she think this? Because her mother did it. Her mother was a single mother. And that is the reason why I'm against single motherhood, because it becomes an acceptable generational curse.
The man impregnates, ghosts her, and she got exactly what she wanted. A kid who's probably gonna be a criminal or a hoe. Stats don't lie. Let's check some comments. We donors now, busting that shit and keep it pushing because that's what they want anyway. They want everything without us, but need us to do it. Children need their fathers. Fellas, warning, do not give your seed to women who think like this. And now, listen to this woman who talks about men not wanting single moms.
Now, I know some of y'all don't have critical thinking skills, so I'm going to try to break this down carefully. Stay with me. Number one, it is okay for a man to have the preference of not dating a single mother. Number two, it's okay for a single mother to feel some type of way about that if in fact the reasoning behind why this man doesn't want to date a single mother is because he feels like something is wrong with the single mother, when the truth is he simply doesn't want to raise somebody else's children.
Yeah, and rightfully so. So men prefer having their own kids instead of raising another man's.
Number three, when a man is raised by a single mother and he himself says he will never date a single mother as if a single mother is beneath him, he is part of the problem.
Women.
Number four, those of you who be like, oh, he just doesn't want to repeat the cycle, lack the critical thinking skills necessary and should have thought this through a little longer. Number five, in order for him to not repeat the vicious cycle of single motherhood, he would have to either A, become a stepfather to a fatherless child, or B, not create a single mother himself. Number six, if a man was raised by a single mother and he didn't necessarily have the best relationship with her, and that's the reason why he doesn't want to date single mothers, it isn't because she was a single mother that made her the worst person to be mothered by. It was because she was a terrible person to begin with, not because she's a mom. Number seven, just because you had a bad experience with your mother and she was single, raising you alone, doesn't mean every single mother you meet will be like your mom.
So, let me get this straight. Ain't no woman making concessions when considering a man. If he's fat, period. But a man who's been raised by a single mom, has seen all she's gone through, and does not want his kid to be raised like that, is simply a bad person, if not part of the problem? Make it make sense.
Number eight, if you have dated a lot of single mothers and you keep having negative experiences with single mothers and you are still single and not married yourself, sir, that means you just make poor choices in women. These women aren't terrible because they're single mothers. You just have a pattern. You have a bad habit of choosing women that you aren't compatible with. It's not that you're having better experiences with childless women. You're still single. You're not married. 9 times out of 10, every woman you are choosing is not the right woman. Number 9, most of y'all saying y'all wouldn't date single mothers have never dated a single mother a day in your life. You just have this negative stigma on single mothers because you're applying a shit ton of stereotypes to her that society has indoctrinated you to do so.
No, society now is indoctrinating men to believe that single moms are the best thing ever. It's amazing how some women would change facts to legitimize their narratives.
Number 10, the best way to discontinue the vicious cycle of single motherhood is if you yourself as a man refuse to create a single mother, number 1. And number 2, you decide to be the best stepfather there is. If you leave a woman who is a bad person or bad at parenting with raising a child alone, she is going to create more daughters that are going to be single mothers. She's going to create more sons who are going to make single mothers.
So she's suggesting that men should come and save single moms. Sorry, but men are not willing to play Captain Save-A-Ho.
If you classify yourself as a high value man, if you are decent, 9 times out of 10 you have a great character. So you are a generous person. Your influence on a child that doesn't have a father would help repair our community. Honorable mention. Just because I'm a single mother doesn't mean I've suddenly become incompetent or that I don't know anything about parenting. There are single mothers out there who are great mothers. They're great girlfriends and they make amazing wives. There's plenty of men out here who became a stepfather and they love that experience. If you don't want to date single mothers, that's your preference, that's okay. But stop trying to make it seem like there's something wrong with single mothers when you simply just don't want to take care of somebody else's children. That just means you yourself don't have the resources, the kindness, or the selflessness to be able to adopt somebody else's child.
Of course, men don't want to raise another man's kids even if he's got the resources, kindness, and all that good stuff. Let's check some comments. Dating a single mother in most cases simply isn't worth it. This is experience talking, fellas. The law says you can possibly be put on child support for a child that isn't yours. This is enough of a reason to avoid at all costs. I have the resources, but I'd rather spend my resources on my own children. I don't agree with parts of this. Some men that choose not to date single mothers do have the resources, the kindness, and the selflessness to take care for children that aren't their own. Maybe those men just want kids of their own blood. There's nothing wrong with that. With all this being said, here's why men have zero incentives to become stepdads.
I'll break it down for y'all real quick. It's not in a man's best interest to be a stepfather to your child, because if that guy pays and takes care of those kids and you, and the relationship ends, not only can he not see those kids again, he loses you and the kids.
But
so it's a double L.
Attachment.
And he has no ability to see those children.
Okay, well, he knew what it was when he signed up.
Oh, now it's you knew what it was.
He knew what it was when he signed up. Yeah, when you meet a girl, like, if you know she has kids and you chose to be in her life and wanted to pursue a relationship, you knew what it was.
Yeah,
you knew she had kids.
But now you know. I'm saying it's not a good chance to. It's not. It's you got to mitigate risk. It's not in a man's best interest to wife up a single mom.
Why though?
Would you rather buy? Hold on.
I just explained it.
Would you rather buy a new car or a used car?
I mean, I'm gonna be honest. I'm mom and dad by myself, so I can't
really. You answer
really.
the question. Would you rather get a new car or a car with 150,000 miles and a missing tire?
I mean, shit, all of that is fucking replaceable, though. Like I said.
Yeah, like you.
Oh,
God.
You shouldn't depend on a man to take care of your kids.
I'm sorry, I would still pee on you. I would still pee on you, but I could pee on a lot of women.
All right, go pee on them. But people want to be a part of the
Ladies, you don't see. Here's the thing: you don't get it from the male perspective. Like when a man comes in and deals with a woman, that woman's gonna expect them to provide security. So inevitably, if anything becomes serious, she's gonna expect them to some degree to support her and the children. My argument is that's stupid as a man, because she can end the relationship anytime. You've invested in these children, you invested in her. Now the relationship's done. You don't even have any tie to those children. At least if they're my biological children, I can go to court and fight for them.
Why would she not? Where you're coming from.
Why would she
so
do
it's
that?
an L. Like,
no, I understand.
And it's easy for women to say that because, like, let's say I have kids and you come into a relationship, you're not going to be expected to provide security for those kids. You can kind of just walk away.
Mm-hmm.
But like with us, it's like we got to provide financial and emotional support. So it's a double L for us.
And we have no authority. Because guess what?
I can't slap him.
If your kids misbehave, that's my kid. Don't hit him. But guess what? He's destroying the house. He's messing things up. So we have no authority over the kids. So it's like, what's the point?
Yeah, authority without responsibility without authority is slavery. And I tell guys, don't be a fucking stepdad, because it is slavery to a degree a lot of the time.
Yeah, emotionally, yes.
It's not in a man's best interest. And here's the other thing too. Yo, let's keep it 1,000.
Right, you have a choice.
If your son right, came and he had this girl that he was dating. She had 3 fucking kids.
Hell no.
You would not let him marry that chick, bro.
Hell no.
Give it 1,000.
Hell
When it's
no.
your son, you're gonna be like, what the fuck are you doing? He's a millionaire? You'd be like, no, hell no.
It's happened before.
Would you let your son's a millionaire? He wants to go ahead and marry a chick. She got 3 kids. Would you let him?
Yeah.
If
No,
you
you
love her,
wouldn't.
why not?
Yeah, I would.
Stop the cap.
Yes,
That's
I would.
too many kids to take care of, and none of them are yours.
Wow.
None
Yes.
of them are yours. I understand.
What if you have kids?
I have a fucking kid.
If
My
you
daughter
had-
by myself, I raise her by myself. She's with her dad right now. We have a weekly schedule. I got her 7 days. He got her 7 days. He don't help me with shit but diapers and her food and wipes. That's it. I don't ask him for shit. I do everything by myself.
All right, there you go.
I don't need him to do nothing. He did enough by giving her to me. That's a gift.
But
enough.
he's also watching the baby, so
Yeah.
he's doing something.
That's the least he can do from what he
doing
did to
his
me.
part.
That's the least he can do. Yeah. A woman's moral superiority knows no limits. In the meantime, men can ask for simple things such as culinary skills, cooperation, and all that good stuff that women refuse to offer.
But
Abusively, yeah.
so
I get it, but there are some dads that wouldn't even stick around
my
for
father,
that.
my
You feel
father
me?
did not fucking raise me for shit. My mom was there by herself, bro.
Oh.
So
So, yeah,
I understand where
we
you're
can
not
tell.
coming from with my
We
daughter.
can tell.
all right,
I think the answer is
That was
that
me,
if,
too.
if
That
them
was
having
really
a child, if a
mean.
woman
What
having
the
a child
fuck does
is
that
a
mean?
Wait, who said something mean?
Who the
Run it
fuck
back.
said that?
Who said
What do
that?
you mean you could tell? You could tell what?
Chris, chill out, Chris.
You
Mo,
can
you
tell
wild,
what?
Mo.
Damn, Mo.
Mo, you cancel, man.
Half of y'all single. What the fuck are y'all talking about? Y'all could tell.
Oh, this nigga fresh.
Thank God.
This nigga
What?
fresh.
What are you talking about? You can tell half of you are single.
Yeah, piss free.
Yeah, exactly. The fuck?
I think it's okay to have a deal breaker. You're not going to date somebody that has children. I think that's fine. But if you are going to date somebody that has children, you kind of have to step in with like both feet. You can't like half in, half out. If you don't want to do it, I think that's okay.
Yeah,
but if they have a kid,
That's fine.
like you're
Oh my
entering
God.
into a parental role.
I tell guys don't do it.
Like you said,
Yeah, I
But
tell guys don't do it.
you have a choice.
You have a
When you
choice.
date me, you know that I have a kid, and either you choose to deal with it or you choose to not.
and
I-
it's just
and I'm not expecting anybody to take
Hell
over
no, I'm just-
financial responsibilities. It's just
Exactly.
like if you want to fuck with me, it's a package deal. Period.
Single
and if you
moms
don't,
are recreational use only.
That's the harsh reality for single moms. Just like men with money but no looks and no women are used as ATMs, women with children are used recreationally, but it looks like the former is okay, but the latter is not. Guys, with that being said, thanks for checking out this video. Stay tuned for more daily content. Like, subscribe, and comment. See you in the next video, guys. Till next time.